Ray, are you here now? Can you hear us
I
now?
don't know. Are you able to hear me?
Oh, yeah.
We can hear you. 'Cause
You're
I got
here. Rock and roll. Thanks,
Here's
Todd.
you. So I got an important question. Todd he's been very enlightened in in bringing us to a place that we're not there today. But none of that does us a whole lot of good if we don't have a good MPI. And if you're a dealer on this call, I'm not going to embarrass you, but raise your hand, Darren Shankaruck, right? Raise your hand if you're not getting a good MPI on every vehicle that comes in, and you should, right? Raise your hand, Melinda. Raise your hand, Christian, right? So we're not trainers, Ray. We like to think we can train
Sure.
but we're not qualified, number one. We have tried in the past, and we're not there. We're not there. So how do you get, besides spending $10,000 to bring a trainer into my dealership, how do I get my technicians to be motivated to do a good quality inspection every time?
And I think what Todd talked about a while ago too is that big rush of people coming in. The advisors don't have time to correctly, get the MPI in motion. That's the first start of it. And secondly, do the walk around with the customer on there. That starts generating it. Now the customer knows the expectation of the MPI. But really, when it comes down to the technician aspect of it, it has to be part of your job description. This is required. This is what you need to do, and they need to be held accountable. Simple reason is that we lost our appointments by 30% now with oil life monitor and so on. I guess the technician shortage has made it to the point that they've got adequate work. They're not really interested in doing any additional service requests, but it just has to be standard, because otherwise we're going to fail to exist. Our intervals are less. What is to be done on the vehicle is much less. And they got to realize that we're really there to make some more money. Why would you want to not take care of this opportunity? And then there's also the liability aspect of it. If we're not inspecting that vehicle and noting everything on there that could be needing some repair, and something was to occur when the customer goes down the road, we're going to be looking at a lawsuit guaranteed. So these are the things that have to be, but it definitely has to be from the top down, and it is just completely the only way you can go about it. It has to be the accepted behavior.
So do we pay the guy, or what? What do we do?
Most cases, most manufacturers have, like FCA, for example, has Peace of Mind that has an inspection included in that. And that way the technician is getting paid on it. If you're doing it strictly on the oil changes, a lot of stores don't pay. So that's totally up to the individual dealership. But when you look at the opportunity of the sell, and maybe you might want to spiff additional service requests, something to that effect, it's probably about 60% are paying the technicians.
So 60% are paying them, you said?
Yeah. From what I'm seeing. 0.3, 3/10.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel that paying them has an impact on whether they do it or not?
Well, they're going to grumble about it if they're not getting paid, but when it is part of their job description. But I also, when you're recommending that as a whole package, the works with Ford, the Peace of Mind with FCA, most manufacturers again have that, and so the technician is getting paid to do that. He's already got the vehicle in there, and you're going to get a much more thorough inspection as well.